What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. We gonna get this over with. Let y'all know the fuckery that's going on. What's up, Rena? What's up, Gigi? Oh, your video was fire, by the way. This is why I do not like talking about this shit here. I do 1,000 code videos and things we find. I do one of these and can't even find my own damn video. What's up, Miss Pat? Yeah, come on in. Alright, we'll give him another minute, y'all, and we'll get started. How about that? How about that? What's up, Tiffany? Come on in. What's up, Alexis? What's up, Crystal? What's up, Sky? Alright, let us get started. Let's go and get this over with. Y'all know I don't really care about this topic like that, but it needs to be talked about so y'all know what the fuck going on in the world. So the title of this one is called QAnon's Destruction. So what is QAnon? QAnon is a Psy-Op that was created around 2017 when Trump got in office to battle the satanic Illuminati branch of the cabal. It's all the cabal, but there's different sects. There's different sects, you could say, or societies, warring societies, even within the cabal. You see what I'm saying? So there's different warring societies in there. Then you got a lot of they got a civil war going on between them. So what they trying to do here is with this particular program is they trying to usurp the satanic Illuminati, as they call it, and they're trying to replace it with their particular program, or Nasara or Jasara, as I told y'all about, right? Their so-called utopian, Pleiadian, Nordic society that they trying to get us locked into. Now, what is the problem with QAnon? It is sucking up your emotions and life force. You see what I'm saying? It's sucking up your emotions and life force. It's a spell that they are using your energy to create their reality. Yeah, so it's a psyopic spell that they are using to create, where they're using your energy to create their reality, right? So now, this is what you got going on here. So I told y'all some time ago, my Trump's assassination video, that's still coming. You know, they just taking their time with it. Like I told y'all in the video, I told y'all it was going to be the fall of the QAnon era. Like I said, right? Now, QAnon's gotten pretty much global fame. So you already know, if they allowed it to get that popular in the first place, that it was a fucking psyop. Now, what's up, Wallace? What's up, Tiffany? Now they're beginning to purge the program. Now, you see what I'm saying? They ready to purge QAnon now. You see what I'm saying? Last month, Twitter purged thousands of QAnon accounts, like I told y'all in my Marcus Deception video. Now Facebook is purging thousands of QAnon accounts. Next, it will be YouTube. See what I'm saying? Let me check out this. My boy Chosen sent me this yesterday. We're going to get into what's been going on lately, how they been operating, so y'all know what's going on around here. Facebook disabled no warning 790 Q groups. You see what I'm saying? So let's go over here. Cause Facebook getting attacked by the government for having these groups still being operational, because they become radical, as they said, and they're attacking them. Let's see. Facebook is finally cracking down on QAnon. For years, the conspiracy theory has spread unchecked on the social media network, amassing millions of followers. I share this on my page when I'm done. Facebook is banning hundreds of accounts affiliated with the conspiracy theory QAnon. After facing mounting pressure, Facebook is finally taking down nearly 800 Facebook groups tied to QAnon. A wide-ranging set of pro-Trump conspiracy theories that have been linked to numerous acts of violence. Facebook announced in a blog post Wednesday it has taken down 790 QAnon-related Facebook groups. The company is also removing 100 pages and 1,500 ads tied to QAnon and imposing restrictions on more than 1,950 groups and 440 pages on Facebook and more than 10,000 accounts on Instagram. So they even purging Instagram. Shit, 10,000 on Instagram, so they fucking shit up around here. In the same post, Facebook announced that it has also restricted more than 980 Facebook groups and 520 Facebook pages linked to militia organizations and those encouraging riots, including some who may identify as Antifa, which is the George Soros agents who causing these riots out here in these streets, right? Now, these moves come as part of broader changes to Facebook's rule to more tightly restrict dangerous groups on its platform. As part of the changes, Facebook will limit the reach of groups that have demonstrated significant risk to public safety, as QAnon has, but do not meet the criteria for an all-out ban. Facebook also says it will minimize the influence of these groups by removing them from the platform's recommendation algorithms, reducing their ranking in the news feed and search, and banning them from fundraising and advertising. We already removed content calling for or advocating violence, and we ban organizations and individuals that proclaim a violent mission. The company wrote in a blog post, however, we have seen growing movements that, while not directly organizing violence, have celebrated violent acts, shown that they have weapons and suggest they will use them, or have individual followers with patterns of violent behavior. Born in 2017, on the internet forum 4chan, QAnon is a collection of false conspiracy theories that broadly claim Trump is battling a group of Satan-worshipping pedophiles, including a deep state or officials within the U.S. government who are trying to plot against him. Now, we're going to get to that. Some of that's true, like the Pizzagate and all that. Some of that is true. In the pedophile ring, some of that is actually true. Alright, you know, it's half truths and half lies here. So I'm gonna let y'all know what's really true and what's bullshit. So the same worshiping pedophiles is true. You see what I'm saying? Including a deep state of officials within the U.S. government who are trying to plot against him. In May 2019, the FBI identified QAnon as a potential domestic terrorism threat. So they built them up like they the Black Panthers party now, right? Some QAnon followers have committed acts of violence inspired by the theory, including attempted arson and domestic terrorism. Although it appears to be a small minority of believers currently engaging in violence. Facebook's actions come after months of misinformation experts pressing the company to limit the spread of QAnon on its platform. Recent reporting revealed that the group has gained millions of followers on Facebook. The New York Times found that some of the largest QAnon groups saw their likes, comments, and shares of posts rise by as much as 300% in the last 6 months. Goddamn. A month ago, Twitter took sweeping actions to limit QAnon on its platform by booting thousands of accounts, blocking. A month ago, Twitter took sweeping actions to limit QAnon on its platform by booting thousands of accounts, blocking QAnon from showing up in its trending topics and search, and banning users from posting links affiliated with QAnon theories. While QAnon was once considered fringe, it has quickly entered the mainstream. Trump has repeatedly promoted QAnon followers, social media accounts, and declined to denounce the theory when asked about it. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Republican from Georgia, may be the first QAnon supporter elected into the House of Representatives if she wins the general election this fall, worrying some political insiders who feel that QAnon could mimic the rise and influence of the Tea Party. The rise of QAnon from the outskirts of the far right to a potentially acceptable faction of the Republican Party is unprecedented. While Facebook's actions may make it harder for people to spread QAnon on social media, the company can undo the influence the group has gained more broadly in the established political community. Oh yeah. So there you go. There you go with this QAnon thing. Now, versus the satanic Illuminati cabalists, they've labeled them. Is QAnon the greater evil or the lesser evil? It don't matter. It's still an evil. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter whether it's greater or lesser. Of course, it's lesser. It's supposed to be helping the people rise, right? And it has helped awaken a lot of people, but it's still sucking up your energy and life force and altering your perception. And what have I told y'all about perception? Control the perception, you control the reality. And when you control the reality, you control the narrative. That's propaganda 101. So that's what you got going on. They changed the name of Guantanamo Bay to where we go one, who we go all. So they got this event going on here. Y'all. So yeah, there you go, D. They always use fear to control everybody. Jewel, where we go one, we go all is they tag. When you see that, you know puppet fuckery is going on. Damn right. Motherfucker, a representative? We couldn't even get they really mimicking the Black Panther Party for real. They just took their teachings and applied it to their QAnon shit for real. Cause goddamn, that is pretty much the same paradigm. We had Bobby Seale who tried to run for mayor in Oakland, California. Of course, they didn't let him. So fast forward today, they use no same Black Panther Party teaching, the 10-point program and all that. They just revamped it and called it QAnon. Same shit. They just been using our programs. Now they just using our shit against us. Our teachings against us. You see what I'm saying? Now I answered the question of why they being purged. They radical. Is a lot of what they said true? Yes, but their truth comes at a cost. What's the cost? Your life force. And the more you feed QAnon and their narrative, the more they rewrite the timeline for you instead of you rewriting the timeline for yourself. I told y'all the Mandela effect was us destroying the system. The Matrix was cracking up, just like they showed you in Inception. What happens in Inception when you wake up from a dream? What they tell you in Inception when you wake up from a dream? It begins to collapse, right? So let's see what you talking about here. Hold on here. Let me get it up and running. Inception. Waking up scene. There we go. Let me see. Dream Train. Here we go. Check this out. Man, it's bright. Let's do it.
They say we only use a fraction of our brain's true potential. Now, that's when we're awake. When we're asleep, our mind can do almost anything. Such as? Well, imagine you're designing a building, right? You consciously create each aspect. But sometimes it feels like it's almost creating itself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like I'm discovering it.
Genuine inspiration, right? Now, in a dream, our mind continuously does this. We create and perceive our world simultaneously, and our mind does this so well that we don't even know what's happening. That allows us to get right in the middle of that process.
How?
By taking over the creating part. Now, this is where I need you. You create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their subconscious.
How could I ever acquire enough detail to make them think that it's reality?
Well, dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange. Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it, Ariadne. How did you get here? Where are you right now? You're actually in the middle of the workshop right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in shared dreaming. Stay calm.
Look how reality collapsed. When she realized what it was.
It's just a dream, then why are you...
If he hadn't covered up, if they had let it go on for another 30 seconds to a minute, then he would have told her that it hurt like hell, don't it? And she would have been like, why? Yeah, why it hurt? Because your mind makes the dream real, right? But more importantly, when she realized it was a dream, what happened in the dream? It collapsed. Why? Why did it collapse? Because she realized she was in a realm that wasn't her own. You see what I'm saying? She was in the illusionary world. That's kind of what happens when you first wake up. You realize you're in the illusionary world, so everything around you collapses and has to that old reality gets destroyed, and you get thrusted into a new reality. See what I'm saying? So this is what they got going on. This was happening here with this particular situation with this QAnon shit. You see what I'm saying? So they built this illusionary ideal when we was already destroying this shit with the Mandela effect. You see what I'm saying? The Mandela effect showed us that when you wake up on a massive level, the reality around you crumbles. They had to stop that shit, so they brought out all they fucking homies and homies with David Wilcock and Corey Good and all the rest of them motherfuckers for the SSP Alliance and all the other crazy shit that they got going on. They brought out all them niggas to stop this shit. And that's when they started bringing out half truths, and niggas just all of a sudden believed them. You know, cause it's a white boy. It's two white boys that's dressed good on TV, looking good, and so everybody take what them white boys said at face value. Because, you know, a lot of the world still think the white boy is God. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that is what it is there. It is what it is with that. So, now, with that being said, that's all bullshit. Because this world that you live in is now, they now manipulating the mass consciousness and guiding it towards, they trying to guide it towards a timeline or outcome that works out best for them. But you still got starseeds who don't believe in that shit. There's not enough starseeds that believe in it in a way to where it's functioning properly. And so now, motherfuckers is sick of it. So a lot of people are starting to withdraw their consciousness from it. And now you're starting to see it look shaky now. Why is that QAnon reality all of a sudden looking shaky? Because people are withdrawing their consciousness and their emotions and their life force from that shit. So since they withdrawing their energy from it, it's starting to shake up now. And so since it's starting to shake up, now they just starting to purge the shit and just get rid of it. Because it's done its job. For the last 4 years, you was supposed to be preparing to send up out of here. Now, they just drug you along for the past 4 years. Oh, but Marvin, it has futuristic timelines. Now, nigga, they put you on a schedule. They told you this event was going to happen on April 15th. And then they made it happen on April 15th. They just gave you a schedule. You create schedules all the time in school. You see what I'm saying? They gave you a timeline. And they gave you and they noticed it's like 3 months down the timeline or a month down the timeline. They give them plenty of time to prepare and get to it and get in position. A month is 30 whole days to prepare. These military niggas, they only need 15 minutes to get ready. You see what I'm saying? So a whole month, they can build a whole fucking operation in a month and initiate it and carry it out to the greatest and best of their abilities. So yeah. This is what you got going on here with this QAnon shit. It's just one big Psy-Op. You see what I'm saying? QAnon means Oanon, by the way. Oannes, the Babylonian fish deity or fish god of the underworld energy. So it's not even wisdom. If it was fucking based off wisdom, it would have been after a wisdom deity. All these fucking wisdom guys, Tehuti, fucking Hera, Cashapp. Let's see, Legba, all these deities who deal with wisdom, and you pick an underworld deity, that lets you know right there what it is. Underworld mean they fucking with your subconscious mind. That's what the underworld is, inside of you. So, and where do your subconscious mind feed off of? Just like they tell you in the movie Inception, it feeds off your emotions. And your emotions are directly connected to what? Your life force, your spirit energy. And so that's why they do the things they do, because they just tagging you along. And that's why a lot of my QAnon homies and homies, they sick of it. They getting sick of it because they so-called think shit happening and ain't really no proof that it's happening. You see what I'm saying? It ain't really no proof that shit is happening. You know, they just tell the motherfuckers to go on the ground, head to Mars, head to Saturn, head through the Stargates. We got this. We just gonna put your clone up. We gonna sacrifice their ass at Guantanamo Bay and make people think we resolve the situation, and we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you head to Mars or whatever, and you continue doing your fuckery there, but you just can't do it here no more. You know what I'm saying? They made that agreement, then they left. Tom Hanks, the celebrities, everybody. Goddamn Hillary Clinton, all the motherfuckers. That's exactly the deal they made. They been left, or they already dead. One of the two. Either they left or they dead. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. So here we go. Now, let's get into Donald Trump and who he really is. Now, I told y'all before, Donald Trump is King Solomon, the successor to Ronald Reagan, who is King David. You see what I'm saying? In the MAGA movement deception. Now, he's going around doing what? He's going around so-called, he's the savior of the world right now. You see what I'm saying? The spearhead, the MAGA movement. We already told y'all what MAGA means. You see what I'm saying? MAGA means morning sun or morning light or falling light or Luciferian energy. See what I'm saying? Fallen consciousness. Fallen angelic frequencies. So, he's supposed to be going around doing this and that. You see what I'm saying? So check this out. Check out this article I got. You know, where he go and make a deal with the White Dragon Society, which is the Asian Masonic Society. over there. My homegirl Rain Bayell sent me this one. And I checked it out, and that shit was deep. So I'm going to read this shit to y'all. It's about 3 years ago, by the way. This ain't even recent. Man, I'm going to tell you why this is happening. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you why this is happening. Trump requires White Dragon Society to protect the goats, reset the world economy, and make America great again. This is the white dragon symbol here. Let me see here. Yeah, it's already all white, so we don't even need no light. Yeah, this the white dragon symbol here if y'all ain't never seen it. So let's go in on this article for y'all. Let me go in for y'all real quick. President Trump, representing all 32nd degree Scottish Rite Masons and below in a secret Masonic ceremony in the Forbidden City in China during his recent Asian visit, was admitted as a fellow of the White Dragon Society, the Asian equivalent of Masonry. Ending a rift between the Gnostic Illuminati, which is what he's part of, and the White Dragon Society that began with the dishonorable war crime of dropping twin nuclear weapons on civilian targets within a defeated Japanese nation, despite a promise to the White Dragons to only demonstrate a single device against an isolated military target. The vast tranches of Asian royal bloodline gold that could have been used to rebuild the shattered economies deeply in war debt to the satanic Illuminati banksters was held back for a period of time by the custodians of civilization due to this rift. Instead, only after the Bretton Woods Agreement saw a satanic Illuminati infiltrate America declared a war. Instead, only after the Bretton Woods Agreement, then we saw a satanic Illuminati infiltrated America, declare a world superpower, and World War II was allowed to end. Allowed to end. Peep gang. Allowed to end. So the only reason it ended because they said it could end. You see what I'm saying? These bankers said that they could end. These satanic Illuminati banksters. See what I'm saying? Which is they like I said, they on the Coast of Assassins timeline when they got together in the 1600s. I think it was 1612. One of the French kings of the time, they all got together to create this secret society, which they call the Illuminati. Of course, we already know it's not the true Illuminati. We know that Illuminati just means to illuminate. See what I'm saying? But it's really ill. So it's sick illumination or pale or astral illumination. You see what I'm saying? Not the full soul illumination for real. So they can have the name for all I care. Satanic Illuminati infiltrated America, declared a world superpower, and World War II was allowed to end. Research and development by all parties, however, proceeded unabated. The backstory. This is telling you what all happened. The handlers of President Trump are known as the Gnostic Illuminati. Their symbol is the goddess Lu Sophia Gaia Saraswati Amunet, holding aloft the torch of enlightenment, of which the Statue of Liberty is the landmark of their nation. This image has been falsely linked to the lie that Lucifer is somehow connected to the enemy of mankind, Satan, through the Vatican's lie about Eve and Lucifer and the fall of mankind. See, I told y'all, the Gnostics know what's real. The Gnostic Illuminati are locked in a death match with the satanic pedophile Illuminati. They have infiltrated all banking and governments across the world. See what I'm saying? The Great White Brotherhood, made famous by Helena Blavatsky of the Theosophical Society and Alice Bailey of the Lucis Trust, has two outer movements, one in the west, the Gnostic Illuminati, and one in the east, the White Fire Dragon Society. Pete Gang, let me read that again. The Great White Brotherhood, made famous by Helena Blavatsky of the Theosophical Society and Alice Bailey of the Lucis Trust, has two outer movements, one in the west, which is the Gnostic Illuminati, so that's over here, and one in the east, the White Fire Dragon Society, which is over there in Asia. Now, Pete Gang, Madame Blavatsky killed Pastor Beverly Randolph and took all his occult teachings, and they went and launched their society. One of them being the Great White Brotherhood, the other the Thule Society, yada 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 yada. See what I'm saying? So these two societies have been estranged after World War II, when the Satanists successfully infiltrated the Manhattan Project and reneged on the promise to the White Dragon Society to just demonstrate the nuclear weapon on a single isolated Japanese military target. instead of raising the twin nuclear mushrooms over Japanese civilian targets, which was a war crime. The two columns of smoke, twin towers of 9/11, etc., is a satanic Zionist Masonic symbol of the two columns of the third temple they want to build in which to crown their king of the world. You see what I'm saying? Their king of the world. So who is their king of the world? Their king of the world is pretty much Yaldabaoth. See what I'm saying? Yaldabaoth is their king of the world. Pete Gang here. Pete the science. Remember, the Gnostics are fighting against the Archons. You see what I'm saying? The Archons. So, the Archons is working for who? I mean the Jesuits is working for who? The Archons, right? And they're particular in these world rulers, and they have their own order of Archons, and they're known as the Zionist Illuminati, Satanic Zionist Illuminati. They go by many names though. They're just one. See what I'm saying? They go by many names. So now, the Gnostics and the White Dragons have resolved their differences after Satanic Illuminati tried to create DNA-specific biological weapons such as the SARS and Ebola viruses to depopulate Asian and African societies. I mean, and yet motherfuckers is crazy about COVID, right? There was the straw that broke the camel's back and stirred the sleeping dragon into action. Against the dark deep states that infest the Western nation. Now, this term deep state, who the fuck is the deep state? The deep state is the order of Archons. See what I'm saying? They just run around the world doing whatever the fuck they want to do. See what I'm saying? That's really what it is, the order of Archons. When you get high up in these positions, they call themselves high Archons. Whether it's the Boule over here, the Black Archons, whether it's the Freemasons, the Shriners, the fucking dirty Knight Templars, the dirty Moors, the conquistadors who still exist. Don't get it twisted. they ain't went nowhere. They just changed their names. There's just been name changes over the centuries to revamp their energies. That's it. So yeah. So these motherfuckers still around doing it big. See what I'm saying? These African corporations, these corporations in Africa fucking up our people over there as well. You see what I'm saying? Now they moving out of Africa because they didn't drained it dry of coltan and blood diamonds. You see what I'm saying? So definitely. So now they're trying to escape the planet because they drained it dry. They took everything they could. Then you got the Saudi Arabian branch, which that's why they got bombed in Lebanon recently by the Anunnaki. They got bombed because of the heavy slave trade, intergalactic slave trade. I ain't just talking about planetary slave trade, intergalactic slave trade. They trade with motherfuckers from other planets, other corrupt ETs from other planets. That's how serious this shit here is. That's how deep the fucking rabbit hole go around here. So yeah. So now let's continue. The historical power of both these societies dates back to the Silk Road. The Templars, the forerunners of the Masons, had the franchise for protecting the merchants of Venus, who were the remnants of the Roman Empire bloodlines. The European leg of the Silk Road, which ended in the western end in what is now Israel. It was marketed as protecting Christian pilgrims by the church. The eastern end was in North Korea, and they met in the middle in the present state of Bhutan, the least corrupt state in the world. Damn, that's saying something. But it's still corrupt, right? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Seth? The White Dragons protected the Asian merchants and the Asian royal bloodlines of China, Korea, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, and Indonesia. Flag of Bhutan. This is what the flag of Bhutan look like. There's a dragon, of course. There's a white dragon. Represented by the White Fire Dragon Masonic Society over there in Asia. Now let's continue. The lower level of the Masons and White Dragons are a great organization in which the initiates are tested as they move up through the various initiations, for which the Scottish Rite that controls American Masons has 33 degrees. The initiation levels of the White Dragons are not revealed to Westerners, so we will have to wait for a disclosure from them. It is speculated to be closer to the 10 levels of the York Rite, White Rose of the House of York, and the Asian White Rose character in the TV series Mr. Robot. Then the Scottish Rite, you see what I'm saying? 9 is an auspicious number in Asian numerology. The 32 degree in the Scottish Rite is the highest purely Masonic degree. The 33rd degree is the first satanic Illuminati initiation. So there y'all go. So the first 32 degrees, you good. That 33rd degree that get you fucked up, sodomy, and all that. And the first thing they do is sodomize you, snatch your kundalini. That's fucking you in the ass. If y'all need me to say it in layman terms. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And they snatch your kundalini energy from you. See what I'm saying? Let's see here. During this invite only initiation, the 32nd degree candidate, of which Trump is the candidate at some point in ceremony after answering the correct passwords and demonstrating the correct hand grips, is presented with a symbol of his birth or conversion religion. A crucifix in the case of a Christian, a Torah in the case of a Jew, a Quran in the case of a Muslim, or a small gold Buddha in the case of Buddhists. So the Buddhism is part of this shit too. Proclaimed atheists are not admitted into Masonry. So if you atheist, you're not even admitted into this shit. You see what I'm saying? They don't even waste their time with you. Let's see. He is asked to spit on it. If he fails to spit on it, he is congratulated as being true to his belief, and the ceremony moves on to another round of passwords and hand grips designed to fail him. The faithful candidate fails the final stage and is not admitted to the 33rd degree. With the better luck next time, consolation. This candidate is never invited again to take the 33rd degree initiation. The candidate does spit on the icon is admitted to the 33rd degree. With the condemnation you see through illusion of religion and are worthy to lift the veil. Trump was not admitted to the 33rd degree, but joined an exclusive group of 32nd degree Masons that support one another in a chivalric brotherhood filled with military and security agency heads. It was they who approached him, a fellow brother, and convinced a retired self-made millionaire to put himself in the most stressful job on the planet, put himself and his family in mortal danger, and serve the country he loves as his president. The Masonic Illuminati symbol is the eagle with two heads, one facing left and one facing right. This is the symbol the initiate to it must choose the left-hand path of service to self or the right-hand path of service to others. Word of advice, choose the middle-hand path. You need both your hands to get out of this. Don't listen to these crazy motherfuckers. Let's see here. This the double-headed phoenix. Shit I know y'all ain't never seen before. See what I'm saying? The dual-headed fingers. They just split the energy of the fingers into left and right hand energies. You see what I'm saying? Dark and light, yin and yang, right? The left hand leads deeper into more debauched and cruel ceremonies until after another 9 initiations they are admitted into the ninth circle. It is in the ninth circle entrance ceremony where the blood of a raped and sacrificed child must be drunk warm. The child is forced to drink a clay infusion containing monoatomic gold several hours before the ceremony, so it is in the child's bloodstream when the participant drinks it. Adrenochrome. These twisted psychopaths believe it is the elixir of life and helps them to live long lives. Adrenochrome. This ceremony is loved by the European royalty / bankers and is carried out in the banking districts of New York, London, Paris, and the Vatican. Research the boy called Adam, a young Negro male child's headless and limbless torso clad only in bright orange shorts, that was found floating in the Thames River very close to a pyramid-top skyscraper. Trump's last nation he visited was the Philippines, where he physically took possession of the Tulano Gold Certificate of title for 640,000 metric tons of gold to back the new international dollar as a runaround of the United States of America. Corporate petrodollar controlled by the U.S. Federal Reserve, the privately owned back of the globalist Rothschild family. Here's the background story about the gold. Oh yeah, so now y'all starting to see where the 5 bloods come in. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it gets deep. I got one more article to read to y'all about motherfucking Trump that I got from my boy on El Saru as well. It was transferred out of the Philippines before World War II to prevent it falling into the Axis power by Vatican, Gnostic, Illuminati, white hats. Let me read that again. It was transferred out of the Philippines before World War II to prevent it falling into the Axis power by Vatican, Gnostic, Illuminati, white hats before being returned back to the protection of the White Dragon Society to prevent the satanic Illuminati Jesuit agents as they regrouped and completely took over the Vatican following the failed World War II plot to take over the planet using the Axis powers and the issue in a new satanic dark age. Let me tell y'all something about this crazy shit that they talking about. they offered it. They offered this shit that they talking about here. They offered it to Hitler first. See what I'm saying? They offered Hitler the opportunity to the Jews and all these other motherfuckers offered Hitler the opportunity to give them Israel and various other deals, and he declined them. And that's when they told him that you're gonna lose. So they came to America and offered it to Roosevelt, who I think was the leader of the world. Yeah, he was the president during World War II. So they offered it to Roosevelt. Roosevelt accepted the deal of the devil, and then that's how America and the Allies won the war. You see what I'm saying? That's why he said they allowed them to win. Motherfuckers don't know their history, their secret history of this shit. You see what I'm saying? So they allowed them to win. Let's see here. So they blamed it on the Nazis and everybody. Nah, nigga, y'all offered it to the Nazis first. Keep it real here. Then when they declined the shit, then you went over there to the Axis powers and the Allied forces. My bad, because the Axis is the Nazis. The Allied forces, and they accepted, and then that's when you gave it to them, and that's how that's how they snitched on Hitler, told him what he was and this and that, and shut it down. Because Hitler was assassinating the Jewish community due to the fact that he knew that it was the corrupt cabal Jews who had started World War II. It wasn't him that started World War II. It was cabal Jews that started World War II, and he launched a war to them. That's why he attacked Poland first, because it was them motherfuckers, them high-ups in Poland that started that shit. It wasn't Hitler who started World War II. That's a lie. It was the motherfucking corrupt, high Archon Jesuit Jews who started World War II. Peep game. Peep game. You see what I'm saying? Now, the Nazi swastika is a symbol used by the Cosmic Black Lodge that controls the reptilian and insectoid races that infest the astral dimensions of the galaxy. Our solar system is presently exiting. Oh, so y'all don't think these alien shit real. Let me read that again. The Nazi swastika is a symbol used by the Cosmic Black Lodge that controls the reptilian and insectoid races that infest the astral dimensions of the galaxy. Our solar system is presently exiting. So they know that this shit is, we leaving this galaxy. They know about the ETs. Come on now. They tell you what it is here. Let me continue here. The anti-clockwise swastika is a stylized view of the underside of the galaxy, the destructive receptor pole of the black hole worshipped by the Nazis / Jesuits as the black sun. It is opposite the outgoing pole of the same black hole that rains purified hydrogen down upon the star field to create new suns that, when viewed from above, spins in the opposite direction and is worshipped as a Buddhist symbol of the sun and Hindu symbol of prosperity. Let me read that one more time. The anti-clockwise swastika, which is what the Nazis use. The anti-clockwise swastika is a stylized view of the underside of the galaxy, the underverse. Keep game. I'm going to read this slow. The destructive receptor pole of the black hole worshipped by the Nazis / Jesuits. So I thought the Nazis and Jesuits weren't getting along. So why they worshiping the same shit as the black sun? It is opposite the outgoing pole of the same black hole, which is the white hole, that rains purified hydrogen down upon the star field, electromagnetic field, or the solar field, or the quantum field, or the corona field, to create new suns that, when viewed from above, spins in the opposite direction and is worshipped as a Buddhist symbol of the sun and Hindu symbol of prosperity. This shit is all occult science, y'all. This is occult science and this is occult warfare. This ain't got shit to do with that base revolutionary shit they got our people locked into. These niggas is heavy with this shit. They about this life. They ain't about all the extra. They let you do that because they got something for that. Nah, get on this occult science, because that's what they fucking you up with. Now, the fact that the forces of light triumphed over the dark by solving the problems of atomic fission before the Dark One scientists could mean a timeline for the return of planet Earth to the path of a sacred planet was locked in. The satanic mind is extremely intelligent, but like all psychopathic minds, it is chaotic. But like, you got some typos here. But like all psychopathic minds, it is chaotic. It knows no peace. It cannot concentrate and jumps around like a child with ADHD. The left-hand path Dark Masters overshadowing the Axis scientists could not focus on the specific steps needed to solve the uranium gun barrel solution. The calm and pure mind of the Masters of the Great White Brotherhood overshadowing the Allied scientists was able to guide their acolytes in the correct sequence to solve the plutonium implosion method as we uranium-238 gun barrel method as the uranium-238 gun barrel method to build two devices before the Axis scientists could build one successful device. So it was a race down to the wire, and some of the ascended masters of the Great White Brotherhood were preparing a plan B to invoke the emergency engines of the solar logos. But thankfully, that was not needed, and the Earth escaped it's a C word, but I know ME means mass extinction. That would have reset the clock of civilization. I know ME means mass extinction. I don't know what C means. It's CME. But I know ME means mass extinction. I got that much. I got that far. But yeah. But he don't explain what CME actually means, but you can pretty much intuit M&E. The loss of World War II by the Axis powers was a major setback to the brothers of the left-hand path and their outer organization, the Satanic Illuminati. So you got the brothers of the left-hand path and their outer organization, the Satanic Illuminati. We came close to enslavement, but the collective light, love and power of humanity gave the Great White Brotherhood enough energy to win. This victory is now rolling back the rearguard attack of the Dark Masters and their globalist puppets to finally seal the door where evil dwells. What? Now, who is this Council of Nine they talking about? It says Inner Circle of Nine. I got you. Let me tell you who this Council of Nine really is. Y'all need to hear these things so y'all know what the fuck going on around here. Shit, it's real in these streets, in these cosmic streets. These niggas waging cosmic warfare on us. They ain't waging no fucking base warfare. They beyond that now. They been beyond it. Hell, they been beyond it for the last 200 years. Shit. Hold on. Here, give me a second, y'all. Let me pull it up. The Secret Order of Nine. Novum Ordo Seclorum. Here we go. Just brighten it up for y'all a little bit. You'll be ready to go. So y'all can hear this crazy shit yourself that they be spitting.
Humankind has always had a fascination with the idea of secret societies. From the Freemasons to the Illuminati, there is a certain allure to the idea that, behind the scenes of our everyday life, there are powerful forces at work, pulling the strings, privy to knowledge beyond our wildest dreams. They operate just under the surface of our civilization. Their motives and aims are enigmatic and inscrutable. One such secret society concerns a shadowy group of 9 mysterious men, charged with guarding ancient secrets about the mysteries of the universe and protecting us from potentially destructive knowledge which could be misused.
So they said.
Operating in secrecy, they silently watch and accrue ever more potent secrets, all the while hidden from our view. These are the 9 unknown men. The Secret Order of 9, or Novum Ordo Secretum, as it is known in Latin, was founded in ancient times when it was realized that mankind was apt to use scientific and technological knowledge for the purpose of evil and destruction. The 9 highest scientists on the planet at the time vowed to create a secret brotherhood dedicated to protecting humanity by keeping scientific and technological knowledge away from all people who would use it for the purposes of annihilation and death. The Secret Order of 9, a accumulated all the knowledge in the world, which could be used for destruction, in order to keep it secret and safe from those who would misuse it for nefarious ends. The secret order of 9 scientists also further pursue research and knowledge that would benefit humanity instead of destroy it. The 9 trusted disciples of science were each entrusted with a book containing all of humanity's accumulated and ever-growing knowledge in a certain field. The keeper of each book would add to, revise, and perfect it, and this duty would be passed down to the select chosen few throughout the centuries. It is believed by some that the 9 have even unlocked the secrets of immortality, and have managed to retain their positions for eternity. There were to always be only 9 of them, no more and no less, and they were to remain obscured from the world. They were to avoid all dealings with politics and mainstream science, and instead, they had to remain hidden in the shadows. In order to conceal their communications, the 9 unknown men were said to have created their own language, which was incomprehensible to anyone outside of the order. They would serve as keepers and guardians of the hidden knowledge contained within their ever-expanding books. They have remained obscured from the world, yet always observing, witnessing the rise and fall of entire civilizations, never to interfere or play an active role, except in times when humanity was in dire need of help. The subjects of these 9 mysterious books cover a range of topics, disciplines, and knowledge, much of which the general public still does not possess to this very day. The first book deals with techniques of propaganda and psychological warfare, the science of manipulating mass opinions and sculpting the attitudes of society at large, which has long been thought to be among the most dangerous of sciences. The second book deals with the science of human physiology, an equally dangerous field outlining such things as how to create poisons, kill more efficiently, ways to manipulate pressure points, and indeed how to kill with a mere touch. The third book delves into the science of microbiology, with its vast potential to create and manipulate microbes that could save or wipe out mankind, as well as more beneficial microbes for medicinal purposes. The fourth book is on the subject of alchemy, namely the transmutation of metals, a power which is used to explain the sudden influx of gold, which has led to economic instability at various points in time. The fifth book delves into the subject of communication, including methods for which to communicate with extraterrestrials. The sixth book is all about the secrets of gravity, including ways in which to levitate and make anti-gravity aircraft like UFOs. In the seventh book, there is said to be a vast, exhaustive amount of information on cosmology and the workings of the universe, including allegedly the secrets of faster-than-light travel, how to bend space and time, travel between dimensions, and travel through time. The eighth book is said to be about sociology, and is said to include the immutable rules of the rise and fall of civilizations, as well as the secrets of how to predict the decline of society, and how to stop it or hasten it. The ninth and final book is about electromagnetism, the nature of electricity and light, and includes methods on increasing or decreasing the speed of light, bending light to one's will, and using light to create weapons such as lasers. Although the knowledge of these books is supposedly kept totally secret from humanity, over the centuries there are said to have been leaks, which have gone on to account for a number of scientific and technological innovations throughout history. For instance, it is said that the development of aeronautics and mechanical flight, the development of the atomic bomb, the invention of the computer and internet, and numerous medical breakthroughs, among others, were all the result of information from the books of the 9 unknown men, somehow leaking out or being released to the outside world. Indeed, it has long been believed that the 9 unknown men intentionally released small amounts of information from their books at various points in history. They are also said to sometimes reveal themselves to those who they deem to be wise and worthy, in order to share portions of the secrets and information they have gathered over the centuries. Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and Elon Musk are all said to have received visits from the 9 unknown men. In all of these cases, the innovations and genius they are known for were said to have been heavily influenced and informed by the secret knowledge kept by the 9 unknown men.
If you only knew the magnificence of the 369, hold on, damn it. If you only knew the magnificence of the 369, then you will have a key to the universe. True. True. We know the magnificence of it now. 3 dimensions, 6 angles, which equals the balance, and it is 9 frequencies in this base reality. Novum Order Secretum, which means the new secret order. You see what I'm saying? Or the new order of secrets. See what I'm saying? The 9 unknown men. The original order was the Jedi Council. That's where they got this shit from. Secret Order of 9, because you know they showed you in Star Wars it was like the Council of 12 or 13. But after the fall of ancient Egypt, they dropped it from 12 to 9. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it was 12 or 13. It was 12 original masters, because they missing some sciences actually. It was 12 original masters plus 1 grandmaster. So they made the Council of 13. But due to the Holocaust that was happening, it fell to 9. So that's where you get the original order from. So that's what they meant by the Council of 9. You see what I'm saying? What they was talking about here. Now I got another article here dealing with Donald Trump. I got my boy on it. Let me see here. Let me put it up for y'all. So y'all can see how occult this shit is. Let me see here. There it is. Which one am I looking for here? Alright, here we go. The moles. 46691 equals 26 by 8. Are the originators of the science of the mother. Who is the mother? Sophia, or Aset. Whichever one. So moles are the originators of the science of the mother. Sophia, or Sophia Aset. Ma sons, or sons of the mother. That's what Mason actually means. The widow's son. It makes sense that you all are the fatherless race. The supreme wisdom of the Moors derived from an ancient lodge in Egypt. has come to be known as Moorish science. Masonry is a science of the feminine principle based upon European astrology known as the clock of destiny. The zodiac was attributed to a woman named Zodiacus. According to the zodiac was attributed to a woman named Zodiacus. So she created the zodiac, the science of astrology or astrology. According to Moorish science, she is known as the Great Seal, the cornerstone in the Bible that was rejected. The black woman has always been rejected by her own kind, but is needed to raise the temple. I tell you all the time, your people are your own worst enemy. Back to the matter. It was a white boy who wrote this. Back to the matter. She is the embodiment of pyramid science, the master builder of civilization. She is the temple made with hands. The woman is the temple. Your body is a temple. The true master builder or master creator is a woman. She is the secret, which we've been telling y'all. 8 in the tarot major arcana is the strength card. A woman who is opening the jaws of a lion, representing self-mastery and the symbolic of Sekhmet, the healer, protector, and destroyer. In order for you Afro women to ascend into full strength, you must break free from your male counterpart. That's what they tell you. This is from a white boy who wrote this shit now. The 19th century French writer on the esoteric sciences, Gerard Encausse, known as Papers, noted how the Gnostic sects, the Arabs, alchemists, Templars, form a chain of transmitting ancient wisdom to the West. This explains why within the ritual of Freemasonry there is the admission we came from the East and proceeded to the West. One might say God above and Mason below as part of a universal connection tied into numerological science. The opposite of God is Baphomet, known as the goat of Mendes, the symbol of the devil. Baphomet 2178645 is the number 35, and when added together gives you the number 8. So Baphomet is seen as a polarity of God, and the Mason must become a master to balance the two extremes of seemingly duality. Now, who is God to them? Let me break some of this down for y'all. Why is Baphomet the devil? I know y'all got a lot of questions with this one. Why is Baphomet the devil? Why is God? Who is God? God is Yaldabaoth. But remember, it's demi-urge. Demi means half, and urge means impulse, right? So half impulse or vampire. You see what I'm saying? Demi-urge equates to vampire, right? But his other half is angelic, which his name is Nebriel or Samael or simply Nebro. You see what I'm saying? For short. See what I'm saying? So, or Sam for short, you know. But Nebro is usually the name they usually call him in the heavens, or Nebrew. You see what I'm saying? Which is where y'all get the name Hebrew from. That's a phonetic. That's an evolutionary word for Hebrew. So that's why we know the Hebrews are against us. Now, so in their sciences, Yaldabaoth, the angelic side of Yaldabaoth, is God. But instead of making his demonic side, his vampiric side, the devil, they made the Baphomet the devil. Now, the Baphomet, they say, is the goat of Mendes. No, that's the Greek terminology of the goat of Mendes. In actuality, the Baphomet derives from the ancient Egyptian ram god, Bane-of-Jet-Tet, and the fish goddess who he was married to, who I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but it's a fish goddess he was married to. Right now, but that's who the Baphomet is derived from. The age of the fucking ram ended, which was Aries, and we came to the Piscean energy. So they made it into the goat. You see what I'm saying? They transmuted the ram into the goat because the ram and the goat cousins. You know, it's the same shit for real. But they transmuted the ram into the goat. Why the goat? The goat was needed during this time period because people wasn't going to be able to see. They was dealing with what? A blind God. And what does the goat do? The goat stands on the mountain and perceives the world below with his third eye. His or her third eye. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got going on here. But see, that's where the Baphomet originally comes from. The goat of Mendes is the Greek terminology. The ancient Egyptian terminology is he was Bane-of-Jet-Tet. And his wife is a fish goddess. I just can't think of her name for shit in the world right now. But they was part of the priesthood of Jedtet that was just slightly northwest of Kemet, right? And they had a city, which they had a priesthood city, a society of priests or Jedi or Magi that lived there in a city called Jeddu, which was slightly south of the temple. You see, it's in the Jedi temple. See what I'm saying? So in northern, and what you know today is northern Africa. You see what I'm saying? Northeastern Africa, where Kemet was originally, which they call Cairo today. So that's where the original sciences came from. Y'all already know that the priesthood of Jedtet came from Tehuti. Who is Tehuti? His name was originally Jehuti when he was in Atlantis. He learned from the Nita or the god Session, who was his teacher in Atlantis. You see what I'm saying? Once he learned his teachings, he left Atlantis after it fell, which was the Atlantic island at the time. He left there and came to Nubia, which at the time that's what it was called, Nubia. You see what I'm saying? And he traveled within Nubia to Kemet, and he will go on to set up the Jedi Order in Kemet, because at that time in Atlantis, you know, the whole story of the Jedi, the lightsabers, the crystal technology, the Force, all that shit is real. You see what I'm saying? All that shit is real. You know, that's a true story. You know, so when they came over here, and if you don't believe me, they actually found lightsabers in Kemet. Peep game. They ain't telling you that though, is they? Yeah. So they actually found the lightsabers and the computers and the crystal technologies. They just ain't letting you have it, or letting you know what the Jedi really is. So now, what went down here is this Jedi Order. When ancient Egypt fell, the priesthoods fell in ancient Egypt. They all got together and they left and they headed west to what you know today is Europe. And that's when they fused into the Moorish Empire in Europe. Of course, there was some conflicts with the Moors, cause the Coptic Egyptians they became the Coptic Egyptians. The Coptic Egyptians didn't really work with the Moors at the time. The dirty Moors at the time, the Berbers, that's what they was called. They actually went to the Grimaldi, who are the natives to Europe. The Grimaldis, or y'all know it's the archaic Greeks. They went to them, and they gave them the sciences and started teaching them. The Moors hated that shit. The Berbers, in a way, at the time hated that shit, and that's what go on to lead to the Inquisitions, because those Coptic Egyptians would create this powerful science known as Gnosticism. See what I'm saying? And it bridged the gap with Arabic alchemy and all that. You see what I'm saying? So this was happening here. This was happening. Peep game was going on here. Once all that happened, the wars and everything, then they brought that shit to the West. You know, toppling the Mu Empire over here. Washita and everybody, the Olmecs and the Incas. So yeah, there you go. So now, where are we here? Proceed to the wisdom. One might say that God above and Mason below as part of a universe connection and tied into numerological science. The opposite of God is the Baphomet, known as the goat of Mendez, the symbol of the devil. Baphomet is a number 35, and when added together gives you number 8. So if they tell you, they peeping game here. The Baphomet, if you put its name, the Baphomet's Greek name into the Adbash cipher, it equals up to be Sophia. So to call the Baphomet the devil, you automatically calling Sophia the devil, because the Baphomet and the Sophia are one and the same. The Baphomet is Sophia's divine mate. You see what I'm saying? So peep gang here. You gotta read through the lines, and then you gotta read through those lines sometimes. It's like 3 to 4 levels deep here. So the Baphomet is seen as a polarity of God, who is Yaldabaoth, and the Mason must become a master to balance the two extremes of seeming duality, right? God and Baphomet represent the children of the light and dark, which is an aspect of the two pillars in masonry, the yin and yang that one must pass through to reach the inner course of consciousness. The woman cannot ascend to consciousness without her white counterpart. Which mean, ladies, you can't get ahead in this motherfucker unless you fuck with the white boy. That's basically what they mean. Do you see our connection to your people? See what I'm saying? In Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7, God states, I form the light and create darkness. I bring prosperity and create disaster. I, the Lord, do all these things. See what I'm saying? So they just warping these sciences. 360 degrees of knowledge represent the total circumference of totality and completeness, because 360 added together equals to 9. 9 is the end of a cycle and represents fulfillment and attainment. 360 degrees of knowledge of the dark side, Baphomet, and 360 degrees of light, cosmic knowledge, God, equals 720 degrees of wisdom. Adding 720 again gives you 9. The Great Seal has 72 stones on the pyramid. In the 720 degrees of knowledge, the number of divine mastery and ascension. This is what Jesus meant that his Father had many mansions, meaning that one could enter into the temple of divine revelation. To become a Master Mason means to have obtained a culmination and command of all that has been taught in the previous 2 degrees to receive the crown of the ancient craft. A Master is someone that owns power and control of self. In numerology, there are Master numbers that are double digits of the same number, and triple and quadruple digits as well. Master is number 22, a number that denotes Master Builder. The spiritual Master is formed because 2 plus 2 is 4, which is the number of the what is fixed and square, the construct from which something can be built upon. Freemasonry equals 58. When added together equals 13 or 4. 4 is the number of the builder, formulator, the architect, which is the exact descriptor of a master builder. Thus, the number 22 constructively identifies a master as a mason, whose craft is to build and construct a revelation of the grand architect, master builder of the universe. 22 is a high octave of 4. It contains the secrets to many esoteric questions, as evidenced by the fact that there are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, 22 pathways of the Kabbalah, 22 cards in the major arcana, and 22 books in Revelation. And you also have 22 strands of DNA as well. So peep game, because each path represents a strain in your genetics, by the way. His number can conquer what is barely imaginable. 22 carries what is psychics. 22 carries with it psychic gifts and intuition, but it's also demanding, possessive, and oversensitive. Another number the masonry uses is the 33rd degree to become a master mason. What does master number 33? What does master number 33 mean? It means the world teacher, and it has been called the Christ number because it comforts others. It represents self-sacrifice and is seen as the martyr, one who gives his all for the greater good. Thus, a 33rd degree Mason is the capacity. In this capacity is a master teacher by example, leader by lifestyle. The sum of 33 is 6, a number of love, compassion, and family. One that nurtures, provides, and protects. Indeed, a Christ number, as Christ was brought to die at the age of 33. Interestingly enough, Masonry equals 33, the number of the world teacher, symbolic as a design for living when followed, leads his initiates to knowledge of their own inner divine nature and their harmonious union with all life on the planet. 33 is also the 33 vertebrae on your spine as well. It's a system of symbols with implications for a way of living that leads to self-empowerment through service to the world. It's about the evolution of humanity as a whole, accomplished while serving others as well as our planet. And why y'all fucking the planet up then? That's the $1 million question you gotta ask yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's the $1 million question, right? So definitely. So this shit get real deep. So yeah, and then you got other articles telling you that Trump is a true genius, how he King Solomon. You got, and that shit long. I ain't even gonna read that to y'all. They talk about mythiopoesis. It's the social process of constructing myths by which we do not mean false stories. We mean stories that are told and shared, retold and manipulated by a vast and most nefarious community. Stories that may give shape to some kind of ritual, some sense of continuity between what we do and what other people did in the past. A tradition in Latin, the verb tradere, simply meant to hand down something, did not entail any narrow-mindedness, conservatism, or forced respect for the past. Revolutions and radical movements have always found and told their own myths. So yeah, so they go mythopoesis right there. So yeah, this shit gets real deep, y'all. Real deep. So this is who you dealing with. Does that sound like your friend? They just told you, black woman, what they was all about. The reason why you can't sin down here is because you ain't fucking with the white boy. They basically just told you in that article that the reason they created, they socially engineered your suffering down here so that you can become isolated, so they can sweep in like the White Knight and save you. You see what I'm saying? But they had to program your psyche with a white Jesus. Peak game here with a white Jesus. You know, cause you know you can't have black on black. You know that goes against these satanic rituals and Gnostic orders and all the temples of Set and all these other crazy secret societies they got going on around here. So that goes against all that. You see what I'm saying? That goes against all that. That's why you the most coveted motherfucker on the planet. That's why when these white boys come get a black woman, you always see them with a sister. You know, an enlightened black woman. That's what I mean by a sister. You know, they don't go get the unenlightened black woman who's still sleeping and don't know herself. They go and get one that knows who she is. I always peep game what they do. You know, Eddie Griffin talked about that. Like, yeah, they go get them a sister. And they do that because they even have whole books on how, they even have whole books on how to get the sister and keep the sister. You see what I'm saying? You know, and have kids to continue to create their neutrinoid or mixed children or mulattoes. See what I'm saying? If y'all go watch the documentary Marcus Garvey, they said that during his time, the mulattoes ran the world. Go check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. Don't believe me. You see what I'm saying? Go check it out. He said the mulatto women ruled the world. You know? And the mulatto women ran this shit. You see what I'm saying? They ran the country in the early 1900s. So go check it out. You know, don't believe me. It's just type in Marcus Garvey documentary. It's on Amazon Prime, and the people go in. You know, the elders who lived through that. You know, there's a lot of elders that made it to that particular time period to tell their story. So yeah. So let's see here. So yeah, and like I was saying, Trump's deal and everything with the White Dragon Society, they joining forces to war against the Starseeds. That's what this is all about. Warring against the Starseeds. You see what I'm saying? You are at war. You know, going on what I was saying yesterday. You are at war. But but our ancestors just shut down this QAnon shit because they got too many of our people locked into it now. See what I'm saying? So definitely. So you got a massive fire breakout that happened in Texas at a plastic factory. And Lockheed sabotaged that. The SSP Alliance is not as active as they used to be. I checked on that before I did this lecture. Because the cabal is leaving the planet. So you're gonna start to hear, once upon a time, you hear from the motherfuckers every day. Now you hearing from them once a month. Where they do that at. So that denotes them starting to slowly but surely disappear. The QAnon accounts is being purged. These are all signs that you know that this shit coming to an end. You know that this particular paradigm is coming to an end. This Psy-Op is coming to an end. You got 5 NATOs that's being created, which is combustible tornado energy, solar energy. That's fucking destroying all this shit. And of course, I remember I put on my hashtag 11usurps17 because they use their 17 energy, which is 8, which is the infinite loop. The infinite loop to usurp the 1111 energy, which is metaphysical. You see what I'm saying? Which is a metaphysical force, a metaphysical master number. Now, how the fuck can a regular number like 17 compare to a master number, a quadruple master number like 1111? So now 1111 is back, usurping 17. So you'll see another upsurge of metaphysical teachings over the last 6 months to a year. Peep gang. And of course, don't get it twisted. They don't get it twisted. Do not trust these motherfuckers, especially my melanated people. They just the peeps, the homies and homettes, just released a chart showing all the black massacres that happened. And we just had one recently in Charleston, South Carolina in 2015. So check this out. Oh man, it's bright. Hold on. So here you go. Boom. All the black massacres that happened for the last 200 years. And that's just on the eastern side of United States. We ain't even talking about the central and western side. It's just on the eastern side. And not all of them are labeled. They don't have the bombing of 1960 bombing of the 4 girls in their church. They have Atlanta from 1906, but Atlanta been fucked up a few times. Hell, that's not the first one. So yeah, they been fucking you up. You know, they been fucking us up. So do not trust these niggas. You see what I'm saying? These wiggles who got you out here. You know. So let QAnon destruction happen so you can be free of this program, so you can get back to business, get back to fucking this shit up. And I guarantee you, once we get free of that shit, they're gonna try to keep it going as long as possible until the system continues to go. So when you find out it was all a hoax, then you ain't got time to go study no more, because they may shut down. They're gonna shut down the electric grid as well. So yeah, so get up out of that shit now. Get to your metaphysics. Do your internal work or send up out this shit. See what I'm saying? Your spiritual study, you know, your qigong, your tai chi, you know, do whatever you need to do. Get the fuck up out of here. Your yoga, you know, yoga. So do whatever you need to do to get up out of this paradigm here. There y'all go. It's just another fuckery of a lecture letting y'all know what the hell going on around here. So there you go. Any questions? Any questions? Good about Isha. Any questions before I go? Well, all right. Yeah, I don't have no questions. Damn, I forgot about the Green Knight video stuff. I hadn't even looked at it yet. I sure want to sit down and break it down, but this ain't the lecture to break it down anyway. I don't want to ruin that for this lecture anyway. This was talking about the fuckery that's going on around here. We'll get to that later. So yeah. Yeah, Wallace, Baphomet has been distorted by the Satanists. How you gonna make the Baphomet the dark side of your shit? You see what I'm saying? And Yaldabaoth is their god. So why Yaldabaoth, Demon Ergos, his vampiric side, not y'all dark side? You see what I'm saying? And his angelic side be God. That's what it really is. But they dragged the Baphomet into this shit, which the Baphomet is actually Bane up Jet in the Gnostic realm. You see what I'm saying? In the Gnostic realm, because you needed that energy. The Ram energy was no longer useful during the Piscean age like it was in the Aryan age. So they needed that energy because ghosts sit on high and perceive see through this bullshit, this illusion, while on top of the mountain, which is the pineal gland. So yeah. Jewel, you be answering our questions when I talk. Well, that's good. That's good. Glad that helps. Glad that helps. So yeah. There you go. I'm gonna show y'all this little scene here. Let y'all know it's real. And I'll be done. There you go. Facebook. Read it for yourself. Facebook disables. Facebook disabled. No warning. 790 Q groups removed for radicalism. So there you go. I end it there. Yeah, there you go, Wise, because, you know, Baphomet is right. And to say that the Baphomet is the devil, see, that's why you gotta know your sciences. I studied Gnosticism. The Baphomet equates to Sophia. So you call Sophia the devil low key. You know, you demonizing Sophia if you demonizing the Baphomet. You know, shit, hell, I know my shit there. You know, you fucking with somebody who know this Gnostic shit. That's they using Gnosticism, Sufism, Yezidism. I'll get to that later. Y'all gonna hear about them Fisher Kings at a later date. But yeah, and the Fisher Queens, you know, when I get there. Waiting on the book now, so I can decode that shit. But yeah. Where's the excerpt I read from? Oh, the one I got is the one for the Baphomet is an email, but the other two are articles. I just posted that on my page. Y'all want to check them out. So yeah. GG, if I get a chance, could you share my song? Yeah, just post it on my page. Shoot. Yeah, just share it on my page. You good? Cause you shared it to me through Messenger. So Messenger won't let you share it to the actual Facebook. So yeah. And you can share it to my group as well. Oh yeah, I also have a group as well, y'all, called Return of the Titans. If y'all didn't know. If I never mentioned it before. It's called Return of the Titans. Y'all want to check it out. But alright, y'all. I'm going to get up out of here. What's up, little light? I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out. Share this with your friends. Let them know what's going on around here in this fuckery of a society. This hellhole of a society. This Tartarian realm. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to check out my other little code lectures, you can check me out at on YouTube. You know, at the Melanite Water. That's MELANHI Water. Y'all want to know. And because I know a lot of people, they so-called shadow ban me from what I've been told, and so they can't find my account that easily. So just let me know if you can't find it. I'll help you get there. You know, I post a link. But the link is in the topic box if y'all want to know how to get there. So also, you want to donate, you can cash out me at mcjnetwork. And I'm out. Peace.